So we're going to cover chapter 6 of this book on Wednesday night, and I just wanted to go over some things that I want you to think about ahead of time, things that we're going to kind of cover, because there's a lot of material, and we're really not going to be able to cover it all in half an hour. So this is about the second article of the Apostles' Creed and what that teaches us. And it is about, I'll just read it. The second article tells us that Jesus Christ died and rose again for our salvation. So, I mean, that seems pretty straightforward and not a lot to unpack, but it does cover three main points. The humanity of Jesus Christ, the deity of Jesus Christ, and the unity of Jesus Christ, that he's both human and divine, and how that connects. So we'll just go over a couple things. His humanity, he was born of a woman. He grew up like anyone else. He had to learn things. He experienced hunger and thirst. He was fully human. He grew tired. He suffered pain. If he didn't suffer pain, like, you have to know that he went through the same things we did. It'll come up later on, but I find that to be the outworking of the Spirit, that Matthew had chosen the memory verse for the kids to be Hebrews 4:15, because it's actually even in the book. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who has been tempted in every way as we are, yet without sin. So just a reminder to memorize that. He also experienced human emotions, anger, grief, loneliness, and joy, but he did these all without sinning. And he did not know everything. Jesus said in Mark 13:32, but concerning that day or that hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. In his incarnate state, Jesus voluntarily limited his power so as to experience fully what it meant to be human. Now, the Bible also clearly teaches that Jesus was completely divine, that he existed before the incarnation as the third member of the Trinity. Not that he ceased to be a member of the Trinity when he became incarnate, but that he pre-existed his virgin birth. He's conceived in the womb of Mary by a supernatural act of God and had no human father in a physical sense. That becomes very important. That's something I want you to think about. We're going to unpack it further. He lived a sinless life. This is paramount. This is key to our whole belief system. He made astonishing claims about himself. A lot of the things he claimed in the scriptures can only be true if he's divine. He performed many miracles, and we have record of that in the Bible. And his death could only atone for us if he was divine and human at the same time. And that leads us into the unity of Jesus. So, just so we don't have any confusion, I'm going to read this part. The unity of Jesus Christ as one person with two natures, a divine nature and a human nature, united in one person. This is complicated. This is tough to unpack. We're going to chew on it a bit. Think about it. I want you to be thinking about it ahead of time, though, a little bit, because this has this is kind of the basis of our faith. There's heresies on both ways. Jesus was not just a good man and a good teacher, but he was also not some kind of image and not actually, and just deity, but not an actual man either. So some of the implications of this: he is worthy of our worship. He is able to save us. If he was just a good man that died, not being divine, he would not be able to save us. He's the only Savior of the world. And this is the basis for all world missions and all evangelism. If there was other ways to be saved, then it wouldn't be so important for us to share the gospel. But Acts 4:12 says there is no other name under heaven given among men by which we may be saved. That's super important, so let's think about that too. And also, he is trustworthy and the basis of our hope. Because he's the divine Son of God, he is utterly trustworthy. We can safely put our hope in him and trust him in everything. Jesus said, "Believe in God, believe also in me." That's John 14:1. We can do this because of who he is. So, this is a lot for us to unpack on Wednesday. I want you to think about some of these things. There's a couple questions at the end of the chapter. If you read through the chapter, think through these questions. I think that'll go a long ways to helping us dig in a little more as we go over that this Wednesday. So these are the questions that Dr. Carter left for us at the end of the chapter. Can someone deny the incarnation and still be a real Christian? What Bible verse is the basis for the answer to that? What are the 7 lines of evidence given in the New Testament for the full humanity of Jesus Christ? What are the 8 lines of evidence given in the New Testament for the full deity of Jesus Christ? What is the doctrine of the hypostatic union? And what are some practical implications of the biblical and orthodox doctrine of Christ for the church in our daily lives? So, there was a big word in there. If you read the chapter, you'll know what it is. If you don't read the chapter, then I guess we'll go over it Wednesday night. I want you to think about some of these things because it's very important that we get this concept of God being fully man and fully divine right. And it'd be worthy of a little bit of your time thinking about it and preparing as we dig into it on Wednesday night. So I hope to see you there, and we'll have a good time of prayer afterwards. And all right, we'll see you then.